Floppy and the bone. Here we can see Floppy carrying a big bone. He seems to be running very fast. One day, Floppy and the children were walking down the street past a garden when Floppy saw a big bone. The bone belonged to a big dog who was fast asleep with his paw on top of the bone. "I want that bone," said Floppy. And Floppy sneaked in very quietly through the gate towards the bone. So he took it. Clatter, clatter went the water bowl as Floppy quickly was running away. The clatter, clatter woke up the big dog. "Stop! Stop!" said Biff. "Drop the bone," said Chip. The big dog was very angry and tried to run after Floppy, but he was tied to the kennel, and that stopped him. Just look at the kennel toppling over. The big dog was very strong. But Floppy didn't stop, and he didn't drop the bone. He ran up the hill. The children ran after him in hot pursuit, but they couldn't catch him because he was just too fast. He ran into a wood and onto a bridge and stopped. I wonder why Floppy stopped. He seems to be looking at something in the water below. That's interesting. Floppy looked down. He saw a dog in the water. The dog in the water looks very much like Floppy, don't you think? The dog had a big bone. Floppy wanted that bone too. The dog indeed had a big bone. Do you think that his bone was bigger than Floppy's bone? I think that Floppy must have been quite greedy to want two bones, don't you? And he was quite naughty for wanting to take a bone that belonged to another dog. What do you think about that? Floppy looked at the dog in the water and growled at him. Grrr went Floppy. And then splash went the bone, and splash went Floppy. You see, when Floppy opened his mouth to growl at the dog in the water, the bone dropped into the stream, and Floppy went to try to get the bone belonging to the dog in the water. "Oh no," said Floppy. "The dog I saw was me." You see, Floppy didn't see another dog in the water. Floppy saw his own reflection. Have you ever looked into a mirror or perhaps into some water like Floppy did and saw a reflection of your own face? Silly Floppy. He didn't realise that he was looking at himself, did he?